This is a quick video. I'm just showing some of these. I don't know what to call these really. I'm using these as sort of green roof lids for wormeries or soil feeding stations in my green roofs on sheds and areas of the allotment where I'm kind of composting in situ. I thought I could grow in planters and kind of get a crop from the top of that material, and also have the ability to lift these off and then either harvest the compost or worm castings and sort of have a bit more of a double sort of duty, so I can kind of grow something at the same time while composting, so I'm not using up loads of space just with compost bins and wormeries and things like that. But yeah, I'd be quite like this idea. This is just red clover. Normally I grow this as a green manure, but I'm not coordinated enough to kind of get that growing and then harvest it. Or I've got very small plants and I don't really want to kind of keep disturbing the soil and digging it in. So what I think it might be quite nice is to almost sort of cut this back, use the green material and have that, so it's providing the sort of conditions underneath for composting and vermicomposting too. So yeah, this is red clover. I've got white clover and crimson clover. I don't know if that's the same as red clover, but these germinate ever so fast. These are sown a bit thickly, so I'll probably thin those out and when they get bigger, and then colonise another area of those. But I just like these reclaimed containers. They don't cost anything. You can make them in whatever depth you like, and in terms of composting and vermicomposting underneath, it's quite a nice way of just being able to lift that up and access the material. And likewise for my soil feeding stations, if you've got one of these containers in the ground with a holes drilled for the worms to access, this makes a perfect lid, and then you're actually getting some value from the area that's being taken up otherwise by the soil feeding station. So I'll just do a quick move over. There's some bug houses there and some swift boxes. So this is the one that's been set up for a little bit of a while. So this has got the sedums, and you can see the sedums are doing super well, and especially well because they've got this worm station underneath. But what I've obviously got some slugs going on here. I had some green potatoes, and what I thought, when you put potatoes into compost, they always start sprouting. So what I thought I'd do is actually use this to sprout potatoes and then plant them up and sort of see what sort of crop I can get from those. This has taken quite a lot of food scraps already, and you can see there's lots of worm castings in there, and there's not much in terms of recognisable material other than a few potatoes. But obviously if the slugs eat them, that's all well and good. If they grow, that's all well and good too. So I'm not too worried one way or the other. So really what I just wanted to show you is the fact that there's lots of soil aeration going on in this bed. Plants doing really well, plants are thriving, and once again I've got this container. It's quite hard to do single-handedly, but that just drops down as a lid. It's kind of Thunderbirds. It's like the sort of Tracy Island rocket launcher underneath the swimming pool. So it's like a kind of Bond villain way of worm composting. You would never know it's there, but that's the sort of thing you have to do when you're worm composting in a allotment, and you kind of try and make it as aesthetic as possible, but at the same time as productive as possible. So you don't end up losing space with composting. You can kind of double up on that available space. The little sedums are starting to go to seed a little bit, but I don't think they'll really germinate. But yeah, I just really like that. I like the idea. And I've got some driftwood there. That makes like a little terrace, so it gives you a little bit more depth of soil. I've got some thyme and just various succulents. Sempervivum's off flowering, so unfortunately they once they flower they die back. But once again the material dies back, it will go back into the soil, and the other plants will benefit from that. Thanks for watching.